Hey everyone, Arthur of Gaming here. Today we're going to go over the new color tools from Heroforge. So if you missed it, Heroforge did a Kickstarter a few months back, and they did what they called their Heroforge 2.0. And with this option, they have put in color tool options, and they're actually printing minis in color, which is incredible. To start with, I don't know how they do it. As far as I'm concerned, it's magic. Someone's a wizard at that place. But besides that, for people who aren't great painters, this is an awesome option. Like being able to paint these guys up on the mini before it even comes to you, and it just comes to you printed in like the color is just incredible. The options they have right now are amazing. Wait till you see them. I'm going to show them to you here in just a second. And so what I'm doing right now is I have a D&D live stream every other Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that I do on Twitch TV. So twitch.tv/vorpalboard. Vorpalboard is the software that I use and the guys that I work with to do this live stream. So on their site is where we do this game called Riverbreak. In Riverbreak, I have 5 players, and one of them happens to be Chris Sims. If you don't recognize the name, Chris wrote some stuff for 3rd edition, 4th edition, 5th edition. He's been a D&D guy for a very long time. Very great guy. And he plays a half-orc vengeance paladin called Corbagh. Corbagh is quite the character. So I have a mini that I got a Heroforge mini from them. Boom. Got this from them. Had a friend of mine who's pretty good at paint it. So he painted it, and it looks great. So now I'm going to try and take this mini, and I'm going to try and put it into Heroforge 2.0. So let's get some things switched over here so you know what we're doing. Bang and pow. There we go. So there's Corbagh. So here he is in Heroforge. If you look down our tabs here for changing options on everything, here is our color option, right? One thing I do want to change, though, I see his here. I have a different pose. I don't know how my pose changed. So I did something, I'm sure. So something like that. Like that. No, he's got a different pose even. Yep, there it is. That's the pose right there. Okay, there we go. I don't know how I must have changed it by accident. So now we're going to make Corbagh. Across these tabs, these vertical tabs, give you your options for posing and making your base and all this kind of stuff. And then across the top, once you choose it, you have other tabs. And this one chooses race. So you have lots of race options here. Human, lighter skin human, infernal, lighter skin human, monstrous, which is what we're going to use for Corbagh because he's a half-orc, subterranean, aquatic, and reptilian. So for right now, we're going to go with this. We're going to choose that. Boom. So there we go. Now he's kind of colored. It already started, right? It gave him like a greenish color to his skin, black hair, which so happens that he happens to have, and painted all the exposed skin options like that. We can change lots of stuff here. So we're going to go into and change. We're going to change everything. You can do a theme if you want. Boom. It'll automatically jump a theme in here and do some color options for you. We're not going to do that because obviously we're trying to match a specific color. Decals are coming soon. These are going to be things like tattoos and emblems for your armor and everything. Not here yet. And then here's your paint section. So you have all sorts of options here: cloth, leather, paint, plastic, metal, bone, etc. all the way across. So let's start with his cloak. And I'm going to go with a nice dark red because that's what his cloak is. Now you'll see an option you can do bottom and top, right? Which is really cool. The sections, the individual stuff, like look, that's a section, that's like look at 4 different sections. If you're going to try and paint this, anybody who is just a mediocre painter, you're not going to be able to change all 4 of those individually. Probably good painters, absolutely. Those of us who are just mediocre, not really. It's going to end up one solid color. Now you can also custom mix some paints. So if you come over here to mix, we choose that same color that we already have. If you look, if I change this, look how the cloak, right, changes colors. You can make it darker, you can make it lighter, you can do all sorts of stuff with it. That's the high color. There's a mid color. If you see, it changes the color as well. And then there's a low color, which you can make it darker, so you see those cracks get darker in the cracks, for instance. So we'll go with that just to have it. Now I want to do this fur on his back right here while we're here. His fur is like a gray color, of course. We can go to hair. We can go to old salt. Now look how that's kind of bright, right? So I'm not a big fan of how bright that is. I'm going to paint it, and then we're going to go to mix. We're going to choose that old salt, and now we're going to change that color around. So I like the high where it is. The mid, I want to kind of take the mid down. I want it to be more gray, right? The low, I want it to be even darker gray to bring that accent right out. See how much that came out now? And the high, I wonder if we can even go brighter, right? Look at that. Look at nice bright. Look at that. That is pretty snazzy looking. Wow, this stuff is incredible. I haven't played with this a ton yet. This is only the third or fourth mini that I've kind of started doing some color on, and so it still kind of blows my mind at how incredible this stuff really is. Okay, so his armor is pretty much generic metal armor colored. Not a lot of accent colors and stuff on it, because again, you're painting individually. His elbow pads seem to be red, or elbow colors seem to be red. So let's go back to that red that we had before. Oop, I don't want to clear all paints. There's that little thing there so you can clear all paints. I didn't want to do that. Go back to my cloth. That same red. Let's hit there. Boom, look at that. There we go. Now it's chosen some red options in there. So this is actually going to end up being a more detailed character. Obviously, because even though my buddy who did this is a great painter, he's really good, way better than me. But I mean, you just can't do that. You can't get in these little tiny options with a paintbrush. You just can't. So we're gonna do some little slight changes on Corbagh. Like maybe we'll do this red just to give some more color in there. I happen to like color, so I'd like to see some more color stuff in there. All right, let's do that. So now we're going to start going with our metals. This is kind of like a standard like metal looking, like maybe not really a brass, not really a chrome, gray, natural metals, maybe a brushed nickel, titanium, platinum. I kind of like the brushed nickel. Right, look at that. I got some good colors in there. So what if we went with some brushed nickel? God, the options are just incredible. Incredible what the options on here are. Okay. Yeah, let's do some brushed nickel. So let's do, like, look at that. How would you ever get in there with a paintbrush if you were painting as a person? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some people that are like, I can do that, and you probably can. I cannot. I'm not that good. So boom, I'm gonna do some brushed nickel on the bottom. Let's do all the bottom stuff brushed nickel. Oh, I just hit the cloak by accident. I don't know if there's an undo, but I do know that I had the hair. Or my colors, right? I had my color. I had that hair. Go back there, boom. Okay. I clipped that by accident. Go back to my paints. Go back to my brushed nickel. Underneath there. I'll do some more accent stuff in a minute with that. Underneath there. I feel like that should probably be brushed nickel in there. I'm saying, like, you can get super close and detailed on this. It's insane just how detailed and close you can get. It blows my mind every time. I'm going to do the front of it brushed nickel, like that, or that's the back, but I'm going to do the front brushed nickel as well. kind of do that. And then we'll do some accent colors around here. Look at the buttons are actually different colors. So we'll do that, a brushed nickel. Let's do that, a brushed nickel as well. And then we'll do some steel or something, other accent colors on here to really add some depth to this character. Now his legs are supposed to be brushed nickel as well, so we'll do these brushed nickel, and we'll do that brushed nickel. Maybe we'll change some of those to some accents to the top. Almost kind of looking like a Colossus from X-Men or something there, the way his legs are all shiny. Okay, so we'll go with that to start with, and now let's find a nice accent color. Maybe a pewter. Does that add like a little bit to it? Like that right there. That adds a little bit, right? A little bit of a difference. Not huge, not anything to go crazy with, but a little bit of a color. Let's go back to our brush nickel back there and here. Let's get that with the brush nickel as well. And now let's take this pewter. Nope, that's his cloak. Accent that there. How about that there? That there. Straps. Metal straps. I don't know if the strap should be metal. The strap should probably be maybe black leather, right? How about in here? Now, granted, you could go crazy with this and really accent a lot of stuff in here. I don't want to go too crazy. Number one, I don't want this video to take 16 hours, which it could, because I would be nuts about accenting everything just right. All right, let's do that. Let's do a little bit of a. Is that too bright? Is that too bright? That red? No, I don't think so. I think it's pretty good. It's kind of accent with some red, right? Because Corbagh's got a red thing going on. Bang, look at that. Like, look how cool that is. This really does just blows me away, right? Like, I can't believe how detailed this is and how cool this is. When you guys get to play with this, you're going to be amazed at how awesome this is. Okay, so we got some red accents. Let me get some black here. Let's do just like this little boom, a little bit of black there. Let's do his arms as black. It's got a little, could accent something there maybe. Now let's go black. I like that there's an option there, but let's make it black. I'm thinking maybe these should be black. These straps, right? Because they're like some sort of black leather strap or something. So I'm thinking they should be black as well. Let's get that right there with some black. Look at that. Tell me that is not just freaking cool. I'm going to go with a nice gold ring in his nose. Oops, I just did his beard. Huh. Nose. Black. Do his hair black too, because he actually has black hair on the mini. I'm going to go with a gold ring on his finger as well. And say Corbagh has some taste. He likes some color here and there. Oh, there's accent color that I forgot right there. So let's go back to our brush nickel. Or no, that was the pewter, I think. Pewter, bang, right? Same over there, and then the red. Bang, right there. Let me show. Nice. Okay. Oh, it does look like it's kind of gray, doesn't it? Let's go back to our brush nickel. Boom. That one's already changed. There we go. Maybe even, let's even do like a little red there. There we go. Okay. So I do love how even the reds, like if you see, like this is a darkish red, but it's a metal red, and this is a cloth red. You see how just how different it is? And it does, really does look like a very different material. Let's go with a nice black leather belt. Boom. His pouch, let's say, his pouch is also, so if you see his pouch has already got some accents and stuff on it too. God, that's really cool. So let's do black, 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 black. Let's put some red highlight on it, of course. Red, red, and let's say it's got like a metal buckle. We'll do that like a silver buckle or something, right? Oh, we'll do with gold. We'll stick with gold because he likes gold color, so let's go with gold. I don't know if Chris Sims, who plays this character, actually likes gold color or not, but we're going to go with that anyway. We're going to go with a nice leather hair knot. And now, in the mini, the shaft of his weapon is black, and the head is kind of a metal on top. So let's go with... let's go back to, let's assume the shaft of this maul is probably metal. Because, you don't want to swing that at something and break it. Let's go with like a dark metal shaft. Keep the accents all, right, kind of muted black. And now the head, I like there's like a gunmetal color. I kind of like that. For like a black metal, you can see like how different it looks compared to the other black, right? It's slightly different colored, metal colored. I love the idea of these little knobs, boom, with some red color in there, right? Maybe the spikes. And like that. And then maybe what color can we do the rest of that thing? Let's see. Where's a darker red? A couple darker reds. What about like an iron? Iron looks pretty good. Yeah, I think iron. I think like that. I think like that. Look at that. Bam. That is pretty cool looking. God, I feel like I'm actually somewhat competent. I know, weird, right? Okay, so now we look over here at this. Look at all the options on this one too. So again, we're going to go with that red, right? Let's stick with that red. We have that accent red stuff. Let's go back to our leather, some black. Like that's like the leather option. These are probably some metals, right? So maybe we go back over here. Probably not going to be the kind of metal that's snazzy like his hammer or his armor. So let's go like just like an iron option there. Maybe we'll do like a little bit of a titanium accent just so it's a little bit different colored. His weapon is probably, maybe like some black here, black on the end. Handle leather, right? Maybe like a brown leather handle. I cannot wait to see what this looks like when you... Ooh, those little accents can be different color too. Ooh, I like that. Let's do that. Corbagh's been a fun one to do so far. Bang, let's do that little red in there. Mostly, I think, because he's got a color scheme that I would probably use. I like his color scheme. So, okay, now his boots. His boots here are black, so we're going to go with generally leather, black leather boots. Let me be bang and bang. Maybe we can do a little bit of, you know, black, black. Maybe add a little bit of red in here. We're going to do like some red bottoms of his feet. How about that? Dang, that looks good. Woohoo! Heroforge 2.0 for the win. Holy cow. That is just... That's the one. The spicy meatball. That is just very good. Okay. Maybe... No, let's leave it. Okay. Now, in our Riverbreak game, one thing that we do so you can see your minis better on camera is we paint everybody's bases a specific color. If you see, let me change my camera here. Boom. His is red. Surprise, surprise. Because we want to see better on camera, and everybody has a nameplate underneath their video window, which is the same color, or roughly the same color anyway. So let's go with some red. I'm going to go with like a plastic and like a red for around there. A nice bright kind of red because I want it to show up well. And so what I also want to do is we're going to do the base of his mini, this rocky color, also red. Except as you see, right? Let me see if I can spin it. There are different options for individual rocks. You can do red and everything like that. So let's go to some different colors, and before I just kind of grab some various, like red. There is some red rock. Maybe we'll get the majority of it like that red rock. There's some gem colors. Maybe we can do some more red there, and just kind of layer some red colors in here. Right? Now, I have no idea what this is going to look like printed. It looks pretty amazing here, like a paint. A couple bright red spots. Just to kind of do that red base that I'm looking for, but also to give it some depth and some color options, right? And again, probably not something you're going to do if you have a paintbrush. You're probably not going to get in there with a paintbrush and paint each individual stone and all that kind of stuff. So I think we're done. I think we have my man Corbagh all finished. He looks great. I had a lot of fun doing this one just because I think his color scheme suits me more. So there we have it, guys. Heroforge 2.0, the color tools, incredible. I know they're adding more and more all the time. I mean, Heroforge is always adding more and more, which is why they're #1 in the business. If you're not a very good painter like I am, totally worth it, because that is just, the detail and stuff is insane. So yeah, so do that. Go check them out, heroforge.com. Please check me out on Instagram at the Arthur of Gaming. Like this video, subscribe to me here on YouTube. Give me some comments. Let me know what kind of things you guys might want to see in the future. I have a lot of really cool content coming out for you guys, Dungeons and Dragons related mostly. So keep checking it out. And as always, everybody, it's a dangerous, dangerous world out there. Stay safe.